What's up guys? I finally got my hands on the DOOGEE V Max Pro smartphone. If you remember, we published a short video with its unboxing over a month ago. I have been using it as my second phone all this time, so I can share my opinion about it. Yes, it was my second smartphone, because it is really hard to use it as a primary phone because of its weight and size. I would even call it a smart power bank, since it has 22,000 mAh battery. However, it has other very good features, such as Dimensity 7050 5G chipset, up to 32 GB of RAM and 512 GB of internal storage, 108 megapixels triple camera and 6.58-inch Full HD Plus display with 120 Hz refresh rate. By the way, it is also a rugged smartphone with IP68, IP69K and military rating. Okay, let's talk about all of this in order and start with unboxing. So, on the box, we can see the big letter V, as well as full name of the smartphone, DOOGEE V Max Pro. The slogan Max to Power, Pro to Photo means that the phone has good performance and camera. We will check it out in this video. Inside the box, you will find the smartphone first. We will take a closer look at it a little later. Then there is a screen protector accessories package. I think it is just a cloth to wipe the screen before sticking the protective glass on. A USB Type-C charging cable and power adapter are also included. At the very bottom of the box is a screen protector and user manual. That's it. By the way, the power adapter has a maximum output power of 33 watts. We will check how long it takes to charge the 22,000 mAh battery. You have probably already noticed the main feature of the DOOGEE V Max Pro. It is very hard to miss. I am talking about its size. The smartphone is huge and heavy. Just so you understand, this is my iPhone 12 and the DOOGEE V Max Pro. The iPhone looks like a baby compared to the DOOGEE mobile device. Its dimensions are 176 by 82 by 29 mm. The weight is 540 grams. Let me remind you that the weight of the regular phone, like my iPhone 12, is only 164 grams. There was a comment under the shorts with unboxing of this smartphone. That's not a smartphone, that's a weapon. It is a joke, but to some extent it is true. Now you see why I couldn't use it as my primary phone. It just doesn't fit in my pocket. Even if it did, it would probably tear my pocket. DOOGEE company is very well known for its rugged smartphones, and the DOOGEE V Max Pro also has an IP68, IP69K and a military standard 810 each. The corners and side edges are protected by plastic, and there is also a plastic X plate on the rear panel. The rest of the back panel has a nice texture. Here we can also see 3 camera sensors and 2 flashes on each side. Let's check it out. As you can see, the smartphone only has a flash on the left of the camera module. The one on the right seems to be fake. It looks like the smartphone also has lights below the camera module and the check mark in the center of the rear panel. We will check it a little later. Looking at the side edges, here we have the volume rocker and the power button with built-in Fingerprint Scanner. I don't have any problems with it. The scanner works very quickly and accurately. On the other side, there is a customizable button and a hybrid slot for dual SIM card or one SIM card and memory card. The USB Type-C charging port is covered by a rubber plug at the bottom. I see 4 speaker grills at the top and bottom of the screen. Let's watch some videos and check out the sound quality.
everything you've done has come to this.
Let's get to work. We need this fucker spick and span in case some health inspector comes sniffing around.
Moment of truth. Goddamn, fellas. Not shit.
So while the DOOGEE V Max Pro has 4 speaker grills, only the top right and bottom right ones actually work. Still, I am glad the smartphone has a stereo sound. Overall, the sound quality is good as for mobile device, but most importantly, the speaker is very loud. Now let's move on to the display. The DOOGEE V Max Pro smartphone has a 6.58-inch screen with Full HD Plus resolution and 120Hz refresh rate. In the screen settings, you can change the refresh rate to 60, 90 and 120Hz. It is better to choose a higher refresh rate for gaming. However, it will drain the battery faster. I don't think it is a big problem for this phone. By the way, the DOOGEE V Max Pro also has LED indicator settings and top screen display settings, where you can choose a water drop notch design or hide screen top. Overall, the display is good for watching videos or even reading text. As for the software, the DOOGEE V Max Pro smartphone runs on Android 14 operating system. This is not stock Android. The user interface is called DOOGEE OS 4.0. In my opinion, it looks very nice, but most importantly, it works fast and smooth. There are Google apps here, such as Maps, YouTube, Drive and others. The phone also comes with some other pre-installed apps, but they are really useful, like Easy Launcher. Files, Safety, Child Mode, Game Mode, System Manager, and Tool Bag. The settings are standard for an Android device, but I found something interesting. First, the smartphone has dual speed, which helps boost the foreground apps by restricting background apps. In the memory expansion menu, you can increase the RAM up to 20 gigs using the storage space. In the side key function menu, you can assign the functions to one-click, double-click, or long press the customizable button on the side of the phone. Do you remember I told you about the lights below the camera module and the check mark in the center of the rear panel? They are really glowing. In the light rail menu, you can turn on the light switch, select the color, and when it will glow, such as music, incoming call, notifications and others. This is a very cool feature. From software, we move on to hardware. You know the DOOGEE V Max Pro is not just a smart power bank, but a really powerful smartphone. It has Dimensity 7050 Octa-core chipset with 5G support. On the MediaTek website, we can see that this processor belongs to the Dimensity flagship 5G family, which means it is one of the best chipsets from MediaTek. In addition, the new DOOGEE smartphone has 12 gigs of LPDDR5 RAM and 512 gigs of internal storage. I have already shown you how to increase RAM through the settings menu up to 32 gigs. By the way, if 512 gigs of internal storage isn't enough for you, you can insert a memory card up to 2 TB. I don't want to be unfounded about the high performance of the DOOGEE smartphone, so let's run some benchmarks. The first and probably the most important benchmark for testing mobile devices' performance is AnTuTu. The DOOGEE V Max Pro has almost 600,000 points in this benchmark. You know, it is still a long way from the flagship smartphones of 2025, but it is one of the most powerful rugged phones out there. In the Geekbench 6 benchmark, the DOOGEE smartphone scored 982 points in the single-core test and 2497 points in the multi-core test. I also ran the wildlife test in the 3D Mark benchmark. As you can see, the overall score here is 2289. For comparison, I tested another rugged smartphone, DOOGEE S Cyber, a couple of months ago, and it scored 5 times lower in this benchmark, only 427 points. In Antutu and Geekbench 6, that phone also had half the results of the DOOGEE V Max Pro, so it is really one of the most powerful rugged smartphones for early 2025. I am sure the DOOGEE V Max Pro will not have any problems with games, but I cannot call it a gaming phone because it is really heavy. After only 5 minutes of playing games, my arms really get tired. But I have to show you gaming performance, so let's play a few games. I will take a rest between games. As I expected, all the games launch without any problems, and they even have good graphics. Another feature of the DOOGEE V Max Pro is the camera. There are 3 sensors on the rear panel: 108 megapixels AI main camera, 20 megapixels night vision camera, and 8 megapixels wide angle and macro camera. 108 megapixels camera is very impressive, but I am also interested in a 20 megapixels night camera. The front camera has 16 megapixels resolution. There are many shooting modes available in the camera app, such as wide angle, night vision, video, picture, 108 megapixels, super night, and more. By the way, the night vision mode is black and white, while the super night mode takes color pictures. You can also use the 4x zoom when shooting photos and videos. The smartphone records video in 4K resolution. This is very promising. However, electronic image stabilization is only available when shooting 1080p video. Let's take a look at some of the photos I have taken over the past few days. The photo in picture mode have 12.2 megapixels resolution or 4032 by 3032 pixels. If you select 108 megapixels mode, the pictures will really have resolution of 108 megapixels or 12,000 by 9,000 pixels. And the last ultra-wide camera has a resolution of 8 megapixels, and the wide-angle pictures are also 8 megapixels resolution or 3264 by 2448 pixels. I think I got some great photos because it was sunny weather. As for night shooting, the pictures are also good quality, although I don't see much difference between picture 108 megapixels and super night modes. If you're interested in shooting video on the DOOGEE V Max Pro, I have made some videos in 4K resolution and they are really clear. However, there is no image stabilization, so the video is quite shaky. The video at night feels like it is in slow motion. I didn't like that. The DOOGEE V Max Pro has a night vision camera. Let's see how it works. I turned off the lights in the studio and it is very dark in here. It is difficult for me to see with my own eyes what is on the desk or on the shelving unit. But using the night vision camera on the DOOGEE V Max Pro, I can see everything perfectly. I am surprised that the night vision camera works very well. Perhaps the main feature of the DOOGEE V Max Pro is the battery, because it has a capacity of 22,000 mAh. For example, my iPhone's battery capacity is 3,000 mAh, while most smartphones in 2025 have batteries around 5,000 mAh. The battery of the new DOOGEE phone is 4 times bigger. According to the PCMark benchmark, the battery life is just over 35 hours. Let's compare this with the previous DOOGEE smartphone that I tested. The DOOGEE S Cyber has 10,800 mAh battery, which is also big, but still have the battery of the DOOGEE V Max Pro. That phone had about 17 hours of battery life in the same benchmark. That's right, the DOOGEE V Max Pro has twice the battery and twice the battery life. You're probably wondering how long it takes to charge this smartphone. It supports 33 watts fast charging. So my phone took 5 hours to charge. I think that's pretty fast for such a big battery. By the way, I didn't just call this smartphone a power bank, but you can actually use it to charge other devices. There's even a video on the DOOGEE's YouTube channel of this phone charging 4 devices at the same time. We also need to talk about connectivity. You know the DOOGEE V Max Pro is a Chinese smartphone, but it supports global network frequency bands. The phone is available on the US Amazon, so you will not have any problems with cell phone service in the United States or most other countries. Just in case, I will leave the network frequencies in description below the video, so you can check for yourself. The DOOGEE V Max Pro even supports dual SIM 5G network. As for Wi-Fi connection, the latest version 6 is used. The smartphone also supports GPS for precise positioning and NFC for contactless payment. So the DOOGEE V Max Pro is the most powerful rugged smartphone I have tested. Overall, this is one of the best rugged phones on the market because it has a good display with 120Hz refresh rate, high performance thanks to Dimensity 7050 5G chipset, as well as 32 gigs of RAM. It also has a lot of internal memory, 512 gigs. The camera is also great for a rugged smartphone, and I was really surprised by the night vision camera. But the battery is the highlight of this mobile device. I have never seen 35 hours of battery life in this benchmark. In real life, you can expect a week or even more of use on a single charge. When it comes to price, in comparison to flagship phones, the DOOGEE V Max Pro is quite affordable. You can buy it for under $500 on Amazon. It is a justified price for a smartphone with these features. Thank you for watching. See you soon!